Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Sulaiman. I'm from third B. I'm here want to talk about native like English speaker. Acquiring native like fluency in any language is hard. It's hard in itself if you are only focused on the end game. However, if you break the entire process of reaching the uh, highest level of English language mastery into multiple stages, then it's suddenly a much easier picture to paint. Nobody can go from 0 to 100 overnight, but you can certainly pick specific pieces up on the go and acquire as much language skill, knowledge, and finesse as possible before you can pair up with the native. Everyone's language learning journey has to start somewhere, whether it at the first English lesson at school, through the music and television, or during a trip to an English-speaking country. The fun, the fun part of it all is doing whatever comes next. If your ultimate goal as an English language learner is to become a native like speaker, it is imminent that you go through these 5 steps at a certain point in time, one way or the other. The first is conversational basic. The first step of the English language learner journey are small indeed. However, mastering each and every step at this stage serves as an immediate compass for setting your language learning goals, and it stimulates toward reaching the more complicated stuff as soon as possible. In order to get to the hard stuff and hang out with the grown up, language learners simply must learn to express themselves at the basic level first, before being able to pick up the Hemingway book or watch a Nolan movie without any difficulties. The following is a short list of all the things that are covered at this particular stage. The first is the, the first is learning English alphabet by heart. Second is using basic expression like greeting, introducing oneself, asking for direction, and other. The third is knowing how to respond to the question and converse with basic expression. The fourth is practicing listening of short conversation for comprehension. The fifth is ability to communicate routine information on familiar concept. The sixth is touching on the basic of reading, like reading only short sentence, single words, and other. And the second is vocabulary frenzy. Although abundant vocabulary is not the only thing English learner face at this particular stage, it is by far the one aspect of English they will spend most time on. Personally, I like to revisit this stage on a daily basis even to this day. An English speaker can never know too many words due to the infinite amount of situations they can find themselves in. Moreover, touching upon the word of English grammar to be able to fully express oneself goes hand in hand with continually enriched vocabulary. Here are the few bullet points with things to be mastered at stage 2. The first is learning a plethora of new words are used in different contexts. The second is learning new phrases and expression beyond everyday usage. The third is practicing proper pronunciation. The fourth is practicing reading of larger pieces of content. The fifth is learning the basic of English grammar. The sixth is learning of the basic of written English, such as comma placement, subject, verb, agreement, and other. And the next is the third, grammar galore. Once you swim into the water of English grammar, there's no going back. You are either in or you are out. Yes, word and expression are important, but they mean absolutely nothing if they are spoken in a senseless way. This stage is a gray area between knowing the basic of English expression and turning into coherent language output in real world. Here you are some inevitable step an English learner that's in midway to attaining native like fluency. The first is getting acquainted with all of the English regular tenses. The second is learning more advanced grammar such as conditional, passive voice and other. The third is the ability to understand and express complex ideas, feelings and topics. The fourth is the ability to properly articulate a wide range of language in most situations. The fifth is the ability to effectively discern and use advanced vocabulary such as homophone, synonym, antonym, and other. The sixth is ability to read fluently without little to no pronunciation errors. The seventh is the ability to speak fluently but with a lot of pronunciation and grammar error. The eighth is having a broad active reading vocabulary with difficulties in understanding infrequent idiomatic expression. The next are the four. Earn your stripes. It always becomes the hardest toward the end. Just wanted you thought you have mastered all the words you will ever need and all the grammar possible. English pull a rabbit out of his hat in the form of idioms, phrasal verbs, complex sentence structure, with writing rules, and other. This stage is about learning alphabets and speeches for improving polishing all of the English language skill, even though they are still somewhat raw around the edges. They contain all the tiny multiple-shaped pieces needed for finishing the giant puzzle that is the English language. The following things are most learned aspect of English before you can head into the deep water of native light speaker. The first is the ability to understand everything you read with some trouble understanding all the detail during listening. The ability to understand and the second, the ability to understand and use academic obsolete and slang word and expression without much difficulty. The third is ability to produce written and verbal content for different purposes, such as academic paper, verbal presentation, and other. The fourth is the ability to follow and understand long formats of the text at once. The fifth is the ability to fluently and effectively understand and use phrasal verb. The seven is having a great command of all English tenses and advanced sentence construction, more written than verbally. The eighth is having a good command of idiomatic expression, both written and verbally. The ninth is having a fluent command of spoken English, but good enough to be properly understood by others. And the last is the all hand on the deck. We have arrived at the final stage, where the initial learning process is short of hour. However, you can never know all the language that is out there if English is your second language. Your job does not to stop reaching the highest level of fluency. A skill that is required and not natural can deteriorate over time. In other words, a native like English speaker can naturally use all the language has to offer, but they are also one that naturally and always learn more, finesse and polish their existing skill, and never cease to use what they know to fullest of their capability. That being said, these are the characteristic and virtues of native English speaker. The first is the ability to understand everything you heard and read. The second is the ability to read and speak fluently without major pauses in output. The third is knowing how to make inference in context, both written and verbal. The fourth is the ability to produce written and verbal content for different purposes at the native like level. The fifth is the ability to communicate fluently and precisely in complex conversation and discussion. The sixth is the ability to recognize and understand spoken English in a variety of accent without much difficulty. The eighth is the ability to imitate a native-like accent. And last but certainly not less, being aware that the process of learning the English language never stops, as it is the ultimate form of human expression, one that is constantly developed and enriched over time. So, learning how to track your progress and recognize flaw is your language learning process is a big part of answering this question. A great way to do this through daily practice and self-assessment on a simple piece of paper. Just write all the aspects and things to be learned at any given stage that we have mentioned above as bullet point and simply tick the way once you have gotten out of the way, and you may end up learning bits and pieces from other stages early on, but you have to be aware that you are still not ready to progress until you have fully mastered every language aspect at your current stage. Knowing how long it may take for each individual learner to go from stage 1 to stage 5, it's almost impossible to say. While linguists directly attribute the growth and development of the human brain to the ability to master specific concepts as the time passes, learners of different ages, 14 versus 40, have pretty unique and vastly different English language learning experience. In fact, some learners spend more time than others, or even a lifetime at the specific stage, so there is no need to have a second doubt about whether or not reaching goals quickly enough. In a nutshell, the goal of today's lesson was to provide you with the much needed insight that can help you determine exactly where you fit on the English language learning scale and road to becoming a native like speaker. Until our next meet, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.